Hey y'all, what it is, what it do. It's your favorite, it's your girl, Brittany. She's back, she's better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Click that bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. You know your girl posts frequently. All right, y'all. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping. We doing bitch, I'm off as fuck. Hold on. Let's start over. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping. We doing the Dougie bow. Our Dougie yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, come without further ado. Let's go and get into RoomMhates episode 5 finale. I be so annoyed when they give us a show that's only like 5 episodes. That be irritating me so bad because it's like, what do I pay my $6 for? You know? What am I paying for at this point? Like, no, don't do that. That's so annoying. What I will say is that this was a great commercial show to me. This was a great commercial. Because that's all it gave. It gave commercial. It gave transition. Like, that's what it gave me. Not saying that the show was horrible or anything. I definitely think the show had peaks and valleys in it. But also, I go back to the question that I wanted to be answered early on in the show, which was, how long was the show going to be? Because it's not like, for example, it's a Billy versus Cash where they got like real beef, talking about each other's children, posting each other like the mama's getting into it. You know, it wasn't serious beef. This was more like little things like, oh, you stepped on my shoes, so I need to get that. I'm on that. Fall in. I think that the only real beef on here, like beef that I was like, okay, I could have had more episodes about, was the beef between Day Day and Kenzie. But I still feel as though we really didn't even get to the bottom of that. And to an extent, it definitely gave forced. And it gave like nobody, they weren't on the same page as far as like giving us the rundown of the story. It was like, oh, she said this. Oh, he said that. Oh, this person did this. This person did that. And in my opinion, none of y'all should come back for season 2. No shade. None of y'all. I don't feel as though nobody gave. Nobody gave anything. It was very short. So we didn't really get to know a lot of y'all personalities because it was so short. And a lot of y'all was afraid to fall in with different people. And I definitely see what Bailey is talking about when it came to Monty. But also, too, Cash wanted to be Monty's friend. Like, Monty definitely was getting disrespected left and right by Cash. And she was letting it slide. She did not need that. Very much so. But Bailey, too, I don't want to see you no more because we already have a Queen D. I can only take so much. Like, no, I don't want to see you like that. Princess and Queen PB, whatever your name is, don't want to see Ray Shrimmer and Sister either. Slay did not do that great to me. They were like, "Ooh, Slay did her thing." Not really. We're gonna get into that though. I don't feel like nobody brought it, in my opinion. A person who pay their money and do the reviews, I just don't feel as though nobody can transition to another show. And if they do, they will slowly become a background character. Like, these were definitely the last resorts, you know. And even though they had a good time with Nina, and it does seem as though everybody respects Nina as they should, we got to do better with casting for Nina shows. We do. I didn't even know Slay was on Now That's TV before. And you couldn't tell. Like, my thing about it is she was going around being messy. But after she got defined, you never seen her again. The other girl who named that we could care less about, y'all was trying to kick her out, but it's the last day. Like, y'all should have been kicked her out first day. Honestly, if y'all would have been serving eviction on this first day, I wouldn't even mind. To be honest, they just stayed in the house, 2-3 days, but early on when you seen they was kiki cackling and they didn't need that, we should have went ahead and disposed of them immediately. That girl told me, I ain't going nowhere. You need to go somewhere. You're boring, like Nina said. Like I said, I don't really blame Nina, but like I said in my last video about the panel, I just don't believe that Nina needs to be in control of who come on her show no more. You can tell that nobody's really hands-on with her show but her, in my opinion. Like, she's forming bonds with these people. These people like, we love Nina. Nina is so messy, all this. Like, no. Let's let somebody else pick the cast. We need some people who know what they doing. I ain't gonna say know what they doing, but some people who have an eye for more talent, because like I said, it's given that Nina is in control of everything with her show and she building bonds with these people and all that. Like, baby, it's not no need, no time to build a bond with nobody. Let's get these people out here, let them fight, and let's call it a day. I definitely believe that the show had a great concept, but the cast overall failed the mission. Like, the only ones who was really clocked in to do the work is Cash and Poodie. Cash and Poodie was on that. Like, they did not mind with nobody. Nobody. Cash and Poodie really was getting that. And they, to me, were the ones who really held the show together. Even though the show was 5 episodes. Neither one of them mind getting into nothing. Fighting nobody, sneaking nobody, hitting nobody. They was on that. But the rest, they were all right. So we start off with Raj pulling off that wig. I said, okay, baby, she ready to eat. Coming in on Bailey with these round houses like a mug. But they get up in there, though. I'm not going to lie to you. I get that first round to Raj, though, because she was coming in with them round houses. But Bailey was up in there. Like, in the middle of it, Bailey started hitting her in the head. But Raj then started pulling her down. I said, why are you pulling Sway down? Let Sway, stand up on her feet. Then they told me, her fingers. She knew her fingers was broke before she came to the house. Like, who cares? It's really not the fight that's funny. It's more so Poodie and Aaron's reaction after the fight. That is hilarious. Please, y'all, go back and watch Poodie and Arron right after Raj and Bailey fight. I don't know who that security guard is hugging Raj. He like, you all right. You got it. She like, oh, my fingers. He like, you got it. He ain't saying it, but the way he hugged her is like a daddy. Like, you all right. You did your thing. You did that. Yep. You ate that little girl up. So Bailey got Raj hot because Bailey was like, got that eye. So Raj spitting at the mouth and everything. I said, girl, calm down. It ain't that deep now. Relax. So she throwing stuff the whole nine. Nobody's really stopping her for real, in my opinion. But she throwing stuff, whatever. She ends up throwing something at Bailey and hitting her with it. They get to squabbling again. She got Bailey off guard. I feel as though she got that one too. But like I said, then she started foaming at the mouth. I'm like, okay, Kayla number 2. Like, we don't need 2 foamers. Like, calm down. We already have 1. Relax. I'm not gonna lie to you though. I think I renege on that. I feel as though it might have been a real tie for real because Bailey was hanging in there. Like, both of them was punching with that one arm, but both of them was doing their thing. Like, Bailey was keeping up. So I'm gonna say a tie more so than just Raj took that second round. Now, Day Day, I really did mess with the fact that he apologized to Kenzie. But then you saying some to Colton. Listen, Colton was trying to talk, so Colton needed to get slapped. Simple. Like, stop it. I seen somebody in the comments said today, they love to protect the non-blacks. I said, okay. No, what we're not doing is apologizing to Colton. Colton is on this show just like everybody else. So, oh well, there's no need for you to apologize to Colton. Let me add this in there too. Bailey, I think Bailey was overwhelmed by TV, and like I said, I don't need her back on my screen. Bailey is not a fighter. That's fine. Maybe she need to go model or something because she is a pretty girl, but you're not a fighter. And I just don't need to see her back. She's not an arguer either. And I'm glad that they was making Colton stand on that. I think Arron hit Colton a little too quickly because, again, we was going to have Colton stand on business because it was no reason for Day Day to say, oh, well, you stood on business. No. Colton was being messy, so therefore he doesn't get any different treatment because he's a non-black. Okay, boom. Let's move on. Aaron socking Colton. Don't care. Don't mind. Why, Poodie, you jumping in it? Are you security? Are you security? Is Colton looking out for you like that? Probably not. 10 times out of 10, he's not. So why are you jumping in and why are you hitting Arron? Arron had a problem with Colton, so he solved it. Simple. What is you trying to solve Colton's problem for when Colton ain't trying to solve a problem for himself? Colton do got a little mouth on him, and again, he knows what type of network he's on. Like, y'all need to make people stand on what they talking about. And when I was watching this the first time, I was in my mind like, y'all be so quick to help Colton. Bailey is over there getting mopped, parked in a parking spot, parked. Nobody utters a word. Nobody says nothing. Nobody has anything to say. Queen is over there getting beat down. Princess is over there getting popped. Nobody has anything to say. Nobody utters a word. Nobody rolls an eye. But goddamn, let it be Colton. These motherfuckers get out, they scared about Colton. Crazy. And Colton, he did hit hard because I ain't hear you talk after that. I barely think that you was in the scene. So he hit hard enough. And when y'all was on that panel, the only thing you was talking about was Arron. So obviously Arron hit you so hard that he's still on your mind. Simple. Arron definitely needed that. Arron said, you know what? I need that. You want to jump in? I'm going to show you how to jump in. That was a good fade. I ain't going to lie to you. I was entertained. And one thing Poodie going to do is talk while he fight. He told us, let's dance. Like, Poodie, shut up. Stop grabbing. Like, why you keep talking? Be quiet. Just fight. Poodie is hilarious, but nah, Arron was on that. It's Arron grabbing Poodie foot like, nah, come here. Ain't no kicking. Bring you here. Like, he wasn't playing. That was funny. But again, stop jumping for the non-whites. Thank you. Arron is hyperventilating. And they had put the definition of, girl, I am hollering. Y'all play too much. Out of nowhere, Monty starts turning up on Bailey. Bailey is over there sitting pretty drinking her water. Monty is over here being a hater because what are you talking about? Girl, the girl ain't said nothing to you. The girl ain't said nothing to Raj. Like, the fight with them has been over for a minute now. Like, why all of a sudden you lit? Now, Monty starts doing the most, talking about the whole group chat thing. I'm just like, Monty, you and her already got the fight. You know you'll wash her. Like, I don't see the purpose of you coming back in her face saying something to her. To an extent, she was able to stick in there with Raj. She was definitely not able to stick in there with you. So I'm trying to figure out, why you keep saying something to the girl. Or like, what you getting on the girl for if her and Raj are fought. Like, the girl ain't said nothing. So she talking about the group chat. I will get it to Nina and them. They did show the receipts in the group chat because Bailey started lying about what she said. But regardless of what Bailey said, like, y'all already got that. I feel as though Monty was looking for more attention. Obviously, we seen her and Bailey fight in the beginning, but she wanted to keep making her content off Bailey. And I am not going to lie, she beat Bailey down. God, as Raj said, you don't even know what a fight is. It wasn't nothing funnier. It was her being like, you don't even know what a fight is because Bailey ended up going in the wrong direction. When I tell y'all, that joke was so funny, it gave Timon and Puma vibes for me. That bitch said, bitch, you don't even know what a fight is. That joke was so funny. Because truly, Bailey just went to the other side. Like, Bailey truly was trying to figure out where she was going. But I will say, I don't give Monty no cool points for wanting to fight Bailey. I'm going to say this. This is what I'm picking up with Monty. Because the same thing happened on Greek Life. If I'm not mistaken, either she wanted to fight like Queen D or that other girl who be going around talking about T-Lo. I forgot her name, but it's Bunny Rags. That's her name. it was either one of them, and Nina called Monty out on it and was just like, why is you trying to fight somebody that you know you could bleed? Like, what are you doing that for? Fight somebody that you know gonna give you that work. Stop trying to fight these easy people. And I feel as though that's what I'm starting to pick up. Monty, to an extent, does not have an amazing personality to me. To me. That's my opinion. It's just my motherfucking channel. I ain't gotta explain it to nobody. Anyways, she don't have no great personality to me. She's boring to me. I don't care how many confessionals she's do. She's just not that girl to me. And I think it was no need for her to jump back and fight Bailey again. It gave, looking for a moment. As much as you want to say Bailey won't cloud, Bailey picked us, y'all picked Bailey too. If we're just being honest, y'all picked her as well. And the fact that, you fought her the first day, you tore her. Bailey, kept wanting to go another round. You kept tearing her. But on the final, you didn't tear her again. I just feel as though it was weak. And it was unnecessary on your part because I'll take this girl. I'll walk her down. And you're walking her down because obviously she doesn't even know what the fight is at. But you don't get no cool points for fighting her again, in my opinion. You should just let her and Raj keep getting that, because that's the person that she really had the problem with was Raj. The foundation of the argument was about you, but more so it was Raj saying not too much and then them going back and forth. And I semi-agree with Cash in her confessional. I feel like Monty, in my opinion, got that with Bailey again because they both were supposed to wash her. But you washed her. You was able to wash her. But Raj wasn't necessarily able to wash her. In my opinion, Raj did win the first fade, and the second fade was a tie. And Bailey was able to keep up with Raj a little more and surprise y'all real quick. But because and the thing about it is Raj obviously seen that. And honestly, in my opinion, when we get Raj off of Mean Girls and when Raj go to other shows, she do be mean matches. If y'all don't remember on Greek Life, that girl tore her on Greek Life. That last episode, I know a lot of y'all, stopped watching after a while, which I understand. I would too. But that last episode, she had said something the way to Queen D, and then she said something to another girl whose name I do not know, and that girl said, "Say something else." And Raj said else, and that girl said, "On the floor you go," and she wasn't playing with her. Okay, she meant business that day. She said, "I told you don't say nothing else to me. Now leave me alone, child." And she had to teach her real quick. But I do pick up the fact that once Raj get on these other shows, it's not as easy for her to fight like she would fight on Mean Girls. On Mean Girls, she be tearing. I'm not gonna lie to you. She do her thing on Mean Girls. But when it comes to these other shows, she just don't tear like she did at one point. And even with Monty, I feel as though maybe early on in Monty's career, she was one of the breakout stars. But I feel as though over time, she just don't have a lot of personality. And she can fight. She's a heavy hitter. Very much so. I definitely believe Monty gets that. When it comes to her fighting skills, she has that. But when it comes to personality, she lacks, in my opinion. So whoever this girl is that's a shadow ends up, standing up, letting it be known that she ain't ducking no fade with Queen. But her and Queen has squashed the beef, and Queen don't want to fight no more. She not gonna force her to fight, blah blah blah. I'm like, anyways, get away. And Queen, it's not all about fighting, but in the panel, something you coming back for season 2, you need that with Cash. Girl, go home, lay. Your time is up, both of y'all. And let me be clear, I'm not paying my $6 for you O's to be in the background, being nice to each other and, we squashed the beef. Squash it at your mama house. When my money's on the line, nothing is squashed. Get in the field. Simple. Cash is me when I see the $6 come out of my account. Beat her. Whoop her. What do you mean? It don't matter what she said. It's how you felt. Get her. Get that bitch. Like, truly, Cash is my $6 coming in every month to y'all. Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Rotate her like a cuff. What are we saying here? Like, why is it still dialogue? No dialogue, all hands. Simple. So Poodie ends up calling Slay out, and My thing is this: Slay talking some season two. Season two for who? Not you. Ain't no season two for you. Your career ends right here. Season one, okay? And that is your final. Okay, thank you very much. No, ma'am. No season two for you, boo. No season two for you. Why would it be a season two for you? I barely needed you season one, if we just being honest. So Cash jumps up and she runs that with Slay. I'm not gonna lie, Slay was doing some. She definitely was getting cash, but she didn't get her enough to where I need to see her again. But I give her W. She ate. And after Slay fell in, she shut up. All that messy stuff went out the window. Her wig was off the rest of the day. Her makeup was turned. Again, it's no need for her to come back for season two. They move on finally to the next scene, and it's Cash, Raj, and Monty. I don't care what nobody say. Cash be disrespecting Monty in her face. Monty don't be having nothing to say. Raj over there smiling, cheesing, and Nina called it out. Monty had nothing to say, telling Raj, say it with your chest, like you don't like her, you don't fool her like that. Girl, she been disrespecting y'all relationship from the jump. She know what it is. Like she said, she's sleeping in the bed with y'all, okay? She's not recording. She's recording all of y'all, okay? It's not a two. It's a trio. It's not a duo. It's a trio, very much so. But to me, Monty should have ran that. And once Bailey comes in, the anger that she has with Cash, the anger that she has with Cash, she takes out on Bailey. All that spin, nasty ass and throwing orange juice or liquor on Bailey, you should have had that energy for Cash, because Cash is the one who disrespecting you, disrespecting your relationship to your face. Monty spin and throwing orange juice on Bailey, and Bailey having a angry reaction like probably 12 minutes later is insane. But I just don't think that this show is for her. Obviously, she's not a fighter. um I think that she was scared, to be honest, because it's two of them versus one of her, and obviously she's getting too out the frame when it comes to money. She don't even know where to fight at. So the fact that she let the girl spit on her, then the girl throw orange juice on her, I just think it's crazy. And again, we just don't need to see her back on our screens. Simple. We already have a queen bee. Kenzie was wrong for hopping in something that had nothing to do with her. And Kenzie, you was the only one wearing food, boobs. You was the only one wearing food, and you do not move that fast, because as soon as the food hit you, you was in shock for a good 30 seconds, okay? Not only that, again, Cash has a relationship with Raj outside of this. She's not finna jump on Raj. I already told y'all that. Not only that, I agree. She's had to fight everybody by herself. You know, she hasn't had anybody jump in for her. So what is she jumping in? Because Bailey can't take her own stuff. And again, like I said, she been disrespecting Monty. So, who is Monty to her? But Kenzie is wrong, and Kenzie talking about what she'll do. Baby, if you know Kenzie track record, it's giving scary. If anything, I'm gonna let it be known I'm not finna help you. Kenzie is the scariest girl out here. Like, girl, don't put your input on nothing, Nathaniel, when it comes to a fade needing to be had. They move forward to the next scene, and Day Day is trying to have this heart to heart with Kenzie about the child, and how, he's still like, he's open about his sexuality, but he has a fine line between his personal life and him being a father. Understandable. But then I'm like, too, well, you're on this show, letting it be known who you are. I'm not understanding the difference between the picture being on Instagram versus you doing a whole show, and you explaining how you like girth and the balls and everything like that. I'm just not understanding what's the difference, because it seems as though you so open to come on a show. What's the difference between a picture and a show? Maybe you need to have a conversation with your child, or not. But at this point now, I'm just like, this was a storyline, like, and we already knew that. But I'm not seeing why he went so hard if he wanted to come on and do a whole show about it. You know, he is who he is. He has his stuff out, but I definitely don't believe that he thought that Kenzie was finna send that to the man. Like, why would she be sending it directly to the man? No, I'm gonna post it on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever to show the man like I moved on. I'm with somebody else. I'm not gonna send it to the man. I'm going to put it on Instagram to show the man, his homeboys, his homegirls, like, what are we talking about? So him playing slow or being like, I thought you were gonna send it. You knew she wasn't gonna send that. And he said it early on in the season that let his homegirls and stuff like that do stuff like this all the time. So again, he just wanted clout. He just wanted to be on TV. Just say that. Harley, I know you said that you don't care who thinks you're boring, but me as a person who paid $6 faithfully every month coming out of my account, I think you're boring. I think that you should go home, and I think they should have evicted you the first night and not the second. If anything, all them finna go home too. Honestly, they might as well should have just kept you there at that point. But you were boring. You didn't do anything. You were just there. So yeah, you need to go home. You and Sway Lee too. Can we please get into the eviction notices? You need one as well. I think the sister Princess should have stayed because Princess was definitely standing on business, but her sister absolutely was not. So they bring out the girl Harley, and they trying to make her stand on business. She don't want to stand on business. The other girl Barbie don't want to stand on business. Harley want to stand on business with Queen, but not with Cash. She playing like she need that from Cash. She did not need that from Cash at all. And Ray Schmurder told me something. Get on the one that's trying to get you out of here. Don't try to get on me. And Ray Schmurder told me some security. Make sure ain't nobody trying to fight me because I do not want to fight. It's just time for y'all to go home, babes. And this Nina talking about some. And y'all dance like y'all dance. You know, it's more than fight. Girl, I don't want to see nobody crack a split and do the two step. Okay, get them out of here ASAP immediately. Why are we still talking to them? Goodbye. And even Nina told her, like, you know, I'm gonna let you pack your stuff up so you can go and go to girl to some. I ain't going nowhere. You're taking up space. At this point, you're trespassing. Let's call the laws ASAP. And we don't need a RoomMates reunion. We definitely don't need that. For what? The panels are barely doing what need to be done. We don't need a reunion. So they did the little snake challenge. It was cool. It was lit. Baby, I was scared too. But honestly, low key, the snake was really chilling. The snake really wasn't on time, and the snake did not need that. Okay. The snake said, see, I know what type of house I'm in. Let me just vibe twin. Pootie is actually crazy. I think Pootie got voices in his head because he always be like, something just told me. Somebody just told me. It's always something, somebody. It's always a spirit leading him to the fades. Okay. So Pootie is gone. Pootie is under the influence. Pootie just smacks Arron out of nowhere. Nobody seen it coming. Not even Arron, barely even Pootie, okay? Gets that real bad. Afterwards, Pootie's trying to buy security. He doing the lean with it, rock with it, and on his island. Like, Pootie is everywhere. It was so funny, so insane. That was hilarious. Like, Pootie is a character, seriously. Arron be lying so hard. And they is hilarious because every time he lie, they come back and clock what really happened. That junk is so funny. He be lying so hard. And it's like, Arron, darling, my darling, you don't have to lie, baby. Because the fact of it is, they gonna show the clip. He like, I had him in the headlock. No, he had you in a lock. I mean, the tightest little lock they got out, he had you in. Like, Arron, why do you be lying? Like, we not gonna see it, Geico. I think the turn up was too soon. The celebration was too soon. It should have been more work put into the show. Not on Nina's part. I think Nina did a great job as far as like the games and everything. She really got very creative, but the cast itself did not need to celebrate. You bras did not clock in and do y'all job well. But that's all I got for y'all in this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all want to see most of the cast for season 2? Or would y'all rather it just be a whole new cast? Does Nina need to keep picking her people? Or should somebody come over there and help her? I'm going to see y'all in the next one. I love y'all. Bye.